Family, what's going on? Just wanted to say what happens in the booth stays in the welding booth. Just wanted to say that because getting in your zone sometimes when you're focused and you're working on your welding and you're applying your skills and you're trying to focus on learning that position. You also deal with things. You deal with life. You deal with your personal life, situations, job, whatever. You know what I mean? And the booth is always a place to get a lot of that off your chest. You know what I mean? If you're welding, if you're grinding, if you're working on a project, a lot of times that steam, that work, that grind helps you free your mind a lot. So if anything is talked about or shared here, I just want to let you know on a personal note that it's left here. So if we hold a conversation about whatever, you know what I mean? Because I know that as men and as women, as long as we're people, we have feelings, we have life, we got things that we deal with, and sometimes it's better to share certain things with a stranger than it is with the person that you might have that issue with, that you just want to, man, am I looking at this right or whatever, you know what I mean? I've been there. So I think that the welding booth also is a place to get a lot of that off your chest too. So when we're doing welding sessions, you know what I mean, we communicate, we talk, we work on our craft, we be able to share some of our, our good times, our bad times, our woes, and I think all of that helps us build character. It helps us gain confidence in the person you're actually networking with. And it just gives you an environment to relax, because I think that the booth is a place you can relax. I always say that to all my students that start, that the main goal of learning welding too is to be relaxed. Get relaxed. You know what I mean? It's certain things you have to do, but the goal is get as relaxed as possible. And it's always the good to have a good environment where you can actually hold a conversation with someone that can actually relate to some things, or just get it off your chest. You know what I mean? Just say, just talking about some things sometimes help you clear things out. So I think the booth, the welding classes, HogOn University, the way we want to set things up, we want to create a community where we're actually, here for one another. You know what I mean? Because we all have things going on, but we all are tradesmen. So we have something that we actually can relate to one another with. And with that being said, those who tend to work with our hands, we just, life is what it is. So our goal is to make better investments, turn products over talent, trade into a business, but we also have to learn how to communicate, to get things off of our chest, to talk, to vent, and all of that is part of it. So, it's kind of like, people going to the boxing ring. So for us who's learning how to weld, for the students, for those who taking the course, this is like the ring. You get in here and you weld, you cut the heat up, you go, and as you get it, you literally can zone out. And just once you find your spot, you in there. You know what I mean? So it's cool to have a community where we can actually sit down and talk about reality. You know what I mean? So it's more than welding. It's more than just running beads and connected. It's life, and that's really what I like to talk about. That's why my videos and content is all random, and I speak about things that I know about, things that I feel, things that I see, things that I notice. You know what I mean? And I feel like as we live, we learn. So it's always good to share that wisdom, good to share that knowledge with your people, with your family. So I just wanted to come here and just say that when you do partake of the welding courses and classes, that it's a community, and what is done here is left here. So feel free to let your hair down, be you. You know what I mean? So there's no judgment, ain't no judgment zone here at all. I'm gonna have a sign outside the door that's gonna say, "Leave your ego here when you step in." So ain't no ego. We ain't gonna have no ego. Life is what it is. We're gonna be able to smile, laugh, and enjoy the moment, and just deal with life as it comes. So I think that's a good. I think that's a good idea and a good model to have. So it's good to just be us and be able to express who we are while we're learning, while we're educating ourselves, while we're building a better future for ourselves, for our families. You know what I mean? So I think that it's good that the things that we talk about, the things that we do here, the progress that we make, it builds confidence, it gives people encouragement to know that, not only this is something that you never done. Think about it. You come here wanting to learn and you never did it, but you want to do it, and then you learn it, you just conquer something. So if whatever we got going on in our lives at the moment, we just have to look at it the same way. We might not know how to get out of it at that moment, but if we work at it and if we keep the faith and if we, do the proper steps and what needed, then we can overcome whatever it is that we're in. So just wanted to have say that today, and just hope everybody's having a good day. Just wanted to check in and just say, we're a community, we're a family. So when you're around, make sure you check in. Hey, check in, check in. Good evening, man. Hope everything is good on your end. So I just wanted to say, man, what happens in the booth stays in the welding booth, you know what I mean? Because we're a family. So whatever we talk about, whatever we do, it stays here. So just wanted to say that, man, because I think that it's good for us to have a family, have a community that we could actually, you know, feel good to be around and talk to and fellowship with, because it's good to fellowship with your people. It's good to actually conversate with somebody. Sometimes you just got to get it off your chest, man. I understand. Life is what it is. You know what I mean? So every day it's like a different obstacle, a different challenge. You face a different woe, or, you overcome. I heard my aunt used to say, you are going into a problem, you're in a problem, or you're coming out of it. You know what I mean? So it's always a cycle. So you just have to keep the faith, stay focused. Remember that this too shall pass. You know what I mean? That's a good thing to say. This too shall pass, because it will pass as long as we, work together and stay focused. So when you're building your trade, it's amazing to me how a person can get a concept once it's hands on. Once we literally in here working on it, putting our hands on it, going over it, showing it, leading by example. And I remember when I was welding, only a few times I remember seeing the welding instructor actually get in the booth and actually do what he wants you to do before you do it. You know what I mean? So I like to do that. Oh man, you getting it in, man. Be safe out there. Be safe. You know what I mean? I know you're a essential worker, so make sure you be safe out there. So, I just think it's good, man, that we, do what we can, and build our community, and keep one another lifted, man, because life is what it is. We all face, and we don't know what life, what a person is dealing with in their personal life. So I think that we should respect it, no matter what level you from, no color, creed, whatever. We are people, we are human beings. So at the end of the day, I believe, if one of us get cut, bleed, or die, we all going to the ground. You know what I mean? So with that being said, when we're in here and we're in this booth with family, man, that's our connection. You know what I mean? That's our connection. You know what I mean? So I feel like, no matter who you are, if you come here, we family now. You know what I mean? So it's okay. You know what I mean? And our family is, sometimes we talk, it might be a minute, and when we get around, we cool, and we have a good conversation. But I think the goal is to build that community, is to build that bond where we can actually have someone we can, communicate with. So I just wanted to say that, come in live today. Had a long day. Actually got a service call out of Alabama today, out of Phoenix City. Helped the guy realign the gate. That actually went pretty good. It was pretty cool. So, I did that, and I think I also met a future investment partner, because he got a few things that he actually want to do on some different aspects with trailers and different stuff on this property. So I know it'll be different things that I can do. And I wasn't trying to get over. I gave him a fair price and on what he needed, and I looked at it, and I said, you know what, I can do it for this amount, as long as it takes, under this amount of time. And he also assisted me, so it was a win-win, man. He was so happy. He gave me a tip, man. He said, man, this dude was gonna charge me X amount of dollars, man. I appreciate that, man. You know what I mean? It's been sitting here for a year. I said, a year? He said, man, I've been trying to get somebody to fix it, but everybody come out here and give me ridiculous prices. And he said, man, and so it was cool to go out there and actually help him, not bust his head. He was happy. In the story. You know what I mean? So just wanted to check in and just say, man, we're family, network, the hustle is real. Stay getting your hog on, hustling over grounded obstacles. Naturally means we're gonna go through something, and we gotta get a hog on, man. We gotta get through it. So y'all be safe, be blessed out there, man, and take care. Hog on.